Have you ever wondered why the news plays the same 5 stories again and again? Let me give you a little hint. Brainwashing and repetition is the most basic form of brainwashing. Join me as we look at the news cycle and talk about why the mainstream media is so gutless and afraid to report the truth. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to Troubled Minds News, and I'm your host, Michael Strange, and this is a show where the conspiracy is the news, and of course that means lots of things. That means propaganda, that means misinformation, disinformation, and just basically all the political BS they try and feed us constantly and tell us is the actual thing regarding, life in general, and it's just not. I'm sorry, politics is not life, and everything is not political, and no, Dawn, that is not a world I live in. I'm sorry, and I reject it entirely. And there are other things. There are more important things than politics because, of course, you know, the red team, blue team stuff makes us believe that, it's the only way. The only way to our own salvation is through their voting block, right? Which, to me, is a joke. But so point being is that there's a whole bunch of news that would just basically, it's fake, it's phony, it's BS, and we're here to do it instead anyway. What's going on, guys? Where the conspiracy is the news. I see you guys in the chat. So absolutely sorry for being late again. I literally sat down on the couch, passed out a couple hours ago, woke up, and Mrs. Strange walks by and goes, "Oh, are you doing your show?" And I'm all, yeah, why? I roll over and look at the time, and it's 10 after 3. I'm like, oh shit. Oh well, what can you do? All right, so anyway, as always, right, in the name of transparency, we've got a phone number up, and you can actually join the Discord as well. TroubledMinds.org. Click the Discord link. Phone number is 702-957-1037, and we'll put you on the show. Easy as that. Again, sorry for being late. Nobody's perfect. And here we go. We got this. Let's go to CNBC.com, and the headline is, "This is creating more loneliness. The metaverse could be a serious problem for kids," experts say. Nah, you don't say. You don't say. Serious expert for kids, they say. Or serious problem for kids, experts say. Anyway, if there's one thing that tech companies, retailers, content creators, and investors can agree on, it's this. There's plenty of money to be made from the metaverse, but as CEOs try to elbow past their rivals to gain a foothold in the still nascent digital space, some psychologists and mental health experts say the race to turn a profit is taking attention away from a crucial question. Will the metaverse be a safe place, especially for kids and teens? Oh, boy. The answer isn't encouraging. Let's file this under no shit, Sherlock, who's been saying this for months now. In any case, recent research has shown myriad negative effects of social media on the psyches of children and adolescents, from the prevalence of bullying and harassment to self-esteem and body image issues. Mm-hmm. Yep. These same pitfalls could be just as prevalent, if not worse, in the wide open metaverse, with its series of vast virtual worlds intended for both work and play. Oh, you mean that when Jimmy shows up with his avatar as a carrot, they're not going to, or they are going to bully him and go, Jimmy, where'd you get that avatar? That's so stupid. Oh my God, it's so dumb. Right? That kids, you got to love kids. Kids are just so honest and mean and honest and mean. Yeah, kids are mean. Yeah, no shit. And so let's see. Quote, All these new tools and all of these new possibilities could be used for good or for evil. Mitch Prinstein, a clinical psychologist who serves as chief science officer for American Psychological Association, tells CNBC, make it. Oh, yeah. The Moneyverse. What's up? I see you there. Nice talker. How are you? Potentially worse than social media, they say. Today's social media platforms are already dangerous for some kids and teens. Virtual reality's level of immersion could make those problems even worse, says Albert Skip Rizzo. Yep, a psychologist who serves as the director for medical virtual reality at USC's Institute for Creative Technologies. Quote, there's a potency about being immersed in a world that is different than observing and interacting through a flat screen monitor, Rizzo says. Once you're actually embodied in a space, even though you can't be physically touched, you can be exposed to things that take on a level of realism that could be psychologically assaulting. Yeah, remember we did that whole Troubled Mind show on a church in the Metaverse and how horrifying that might be. Yeah, right. Yeah. Remember the altar and the prayer session in the Metaverse, and then Cthulhu coming out of the portal. Yeah, well, that's all possible in the Metaverse. Anyway, 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link, troubledminds.org. We'll put you on the show. Let's continue, shall we? Let's go to fastcompany.com, and actually let me link these things for you. As always, I'd like for you guys to be able to find the actual information that I'm presenting here, so you see that I'm just not making shit up. I am not just making this shit up. All right, let's go to Fast Company. These frogs just regrew their own legs, and humans might eventually be able to do it too. Yeah. Well, all right. Our blah blah blah. Well, there have been significant advances in prosthetic and bionic technologies to replace lost limbs. They cannot yet restore a sense of touch, minimize the sensation of phantom pains, or match the capabilities of natural limbs. Without reconstructing the limb itself, a person won't be able to feel the touch of a loved one or the warmth of the sun. They're researchers in regenerative and developmental biology and biomedical engineering, and a recent study in the journal Science Advances showed that just 24 hours of a treatment we designed is enough to regenerate fully functional and touch-sensitive limbs in frogs. Oh boy. All right. So is this, yeah, there we go. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Okay. They say, even in early human development, the amniotic sac provides an environment that can facilitate regenerative mechanisms. Are they saying the womb is the original medbed? That's weird. This article continues, we hypothesize that developing a similar environment could override scar formation at the time of injury and allow the body to reactivate dormant regenerative signals. To implement this idea, we developed a wearable device. Oh God, isn't it always a wearable device? of a silk hydrogel. Oh geez. As a way to create an isolated chamber for regeneration by blocking other signals that would direct the body to develop scars or undergo other processes. We then loaded the device with a cocktail of 5 drugs involved in normal animal development and tissue growth. Yep, they chose to test the device using African clawed frogs. A species commonly used in animal research, which, like humans, does not regenerate limbs in adulthood. We attached the device to one leg stump for 24 hours. We then removed the device and observed how the site of the lost limb changed over time. Over the course of 18 months, we were amazed to find that the frogs were able to regenerate their legs, including finger-like projections with significant nerve, bone, and blood vessel regrowth. The limbs also responded to light pressure, meaning that they had a restored sense of touch and allowed the frog to return to normal swimming behavior. Okay, well, how creepy is this? Yeah, exactly. Hydrogel. I see you there. Exactly. Oh, that word comes up, right? You can't say that word too much on YouTube or wherever else because they'll take you down. What's going on, guys? I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, sorry about that, Daryl. A little late today. Passed out on the couch, and it's not good. Oversleeping, even if it's nappy nap time. The older I get, the more I need a nap. Anyway, so as we're doing this and hanging out, we're still taking your calls. What did you think about these frogs that regrew their own limbs, and how does it make you feel to know we might be able to do that as well? 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link, troubledminds.org. Let's go to this. This is nasa.gov. All right. Now, remember how all it seems like all the rage is all this asteroid tracking, right? Like, now, oddly enough, what is I've been talking about this for a long time on Troubled Minds, and this whole idea that, you know, we're in this safe society, this illusion of safety, right? When in reality, the reality is there's no safety at all. I mean, we could get, I've been saying this for a long time, we get smacked by an asteroid we never see coming. We, you know, in super volcanoes, there's all kinds of just crazy shit. The coronal mass ejections, there's all kinds of stuff, right, that could like just turn this into doomsday tomorrow. Now, again, I'm not a doomsday guy, all right, I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, I've always been pointing out that, hey, this none of this is guaranteed, even though the society likes to act like it's guaranteed. That was my point all along. Anyway, but now everybody's like just full on and smashing the gas when it comes to stuff like this. Yep, the NASA-funded asteroid terrestrial impact last alert system called Atlas. there's your Titan, a state-of-the-art asteroid detection system operated by the University of Hawaii Institute for Astronomy for the agency's Planetary Defense Coordination Office. Holy smokes, all the different sub acronyms. And anyway, has reached a new milestone by becoming the first survey capable of searching the entire dark sky every 24 hours for near-Earth objects that could pose a future impact hazard to Earth. Now comprised of 4 telescopes, Atlas has expanded to reach to the southern hemisphere from the 2 existing northern hemisphere telescopes on Haleakala, is that how you say it, I think, and Mauna Loa in Hawaii, to include 2 additional observatories in South Africa and Chile. And let's go to this next one here. And not only that, we've got this happening. Yeah, right. We got the Titan. Speaking of Titans, did you notice, Derek, and everybody else out there, that it is the year of the Tiger, and the Bengals beat the Chiefs in a ridiculous upset. And in the year of the Tiger, you got it, the Bengals will be in the Super Bowl. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl, guys? The year of the Tiger? Is this some sort of ritual, Derek? What do you think? In any case, Valley Central reports this. Check this out. NASA attempting to redirect asteroid. All right, sweet. NASA and SpaceX launched a spacecraft that will attempt to redirect an asteroid later this year, their first planetary defense mission. The Double Asteroid Redirection Test DART mission is designed to prevent an impact of Earth by a hazardous asteroid. Okay. The asteroid that NASA is targeting, Dimorphos, is not a threat to Earth, but is a perfect testing ground to see if crashing a spacecraft into an asteroid will change its course. Dimorphos is a 520-foot moonlet asteroid orbiting a larger asteroid named Didymos. The DART spacecraft will use NASA's kinetic impactor technology to see if a collision will adjust the path and speed of the asteroid. The spacecraft will crash into the small asteroid at a speed of approximately 14,000 miles per hour with the aid of an onboard camera, all right, etc. So on. At the time of impact, the asteroid will be roughly 6.8 million miles from Earth. So not only do we have the sky survey that they say can scan the entire nights, the full sky search, which hasn't been happening, right? Which totally hasn't been happening. But then we have the NASA now is actually trying to redirect this actual asteroid. So shit's getting real. It's actually going down, and we actually maybe have technology to stop this stuff. So that's a good thing, I guess. I mean, and that's good, right? But it is strange how this is like super in the zeitgeist and like just always in our face these days, because it's almost like they know something, right? It's again, like as we do this news show, it's always a new impact event, right? But then they say, oh, it's going to whiz by Earth, but then but it wasn't dangerous. We swear, guys, it wasn't dangerous. The bottom of the article, right? So I don't know, pretty crazy stuff, and this is the world we live in. 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. Let's go to The Guardian, because, well, why not? Why not The Guardian? How about that? Check this out. Everybody loves polar bears, and yeah, you got it. The polar bears move into abandoned Arctic weather station. Yeah, all right, that's sweet. I thought this was just too cute to pass up. Look at these adorbs polar bears just kind of staring at you, and awesome. All right, let's see. We'll skip it. It's just good enough for the photos of the polar bears. What's up, Drew? Hey, Mike, you make my Monday slightly more bearable. Aw, adorbs. There you go. Well, now you got some polar bears for your bearable Monday. Appreciate that. Let's continue. Check this out. You want to talk about craziness? If you didn't see this, this is one of those ones where, like I always say, you get a Twitter account and you start a fight and it's news, right? Well, this is Elon Musk just being stupid. He says, this is from Inc.com. Elon Musk offered to eat a Happy Meal on TV. McDonald's gave the perfect response, right? So here you go. What do you do when the world's richest man tweets at your brand? That's the situation McDonald's faced recently when Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, who also happens to be the world's most famous supporter of digital cryptocurrency Dogecoin, told his 71 million Twitter followers that he would eat a Happy Meal on TV if McDonald's, and tagged them, accepts Dogecoin. All right. That's cool. That sounds fine, right? And so how would the fast food chain respond? Well, you got it. They tweeted back and said, only if at Tesla accepts Grimace Coin. Now that's funny. Now come on now. Whoever's doing the Twitter account for McDonald's, I think they just slew the mighty Elon dragon. That's funny. I thought that was, yeah, well, I mean, there it is. So is there a Grimace Coin? Probably not. But, well, maybe there should be now. Maybe there should be. 702-957-1037. Let's take a quick break and get a word from our sponsor, which exactly, it's not Grimace Coin, exactly. I laughed. I had to laugh. All right, here we go. Quick word from our sponsor, which is you.
Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up to 2 accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us.
Okay, let's keep on trucking. Again, off the Happy Meal fiasco with Elon Musk, and now this is the kind of news that if two accounts tweeted each other and the rest of that. This is the type of stuff I like to see. Not some drama between the Kardashians. Who gives a crap about that? But now that is funny. Grimace Coin. What's up? Derek says they used to have a real Big Mac coin at one point. For real? Like a plastic go through the drive-through thing, or like a, I don't know. Anyway, all right. So what's going on, guys? I see you there. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. I see everybody in the chat. Sorry for being late. Fell asleep on the couch, and Mrs. Strange walked by and said, "Hey, aren't you going to do your show?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm late." Yeah, there we go. So that's what's going on. And if you want to be part of the show, 702-957-1037, and click the Discord link at troubledminds.org. We'll put you on the show. Speaking of which, let's go to Andrew in Montana. What's up, brother? Welcome to Troubled Minds. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How've you been?
Good. I can't complain. I had a nap.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes that's all you can ask for, right?
Yeah, right. It's hard for me to complain in this moment. What do you think? What do you think about the news today?
Fair enough. Well, I kind of have a thought about cryptocurrency with the whole Grimace Coin and whatnot you're talking about there.
Sure.
I have a feeling that we are well on our way to a cashless society.
Right, exactly.
With the way everything's going here, I know I've brought this up before, but Metaverse and working from that, how are we going to get paid? Special coin, right? Special cryptocurrency.
Yeah, well, FedCoin is what I'm calling it. FedCoin.
Exactly. So it's kind of a weird thought I have rolling through my head, which is, how will that monetary system work? Will it be regional, like with euro and US dollar, or will it be universal? Will you be able to purchase certain things from certain stores with a certain kind of coin, or are you going to be able to go to any store and buy anything with any kind of coin? How is that going to limit us?
Yeah, you know what? I think that's where the fight lies right now. There's so many different cryptocurrencies out there that they're kind of jockeying for position to be adopted by not just the federal government, but I think the world at large. And you're correct there in that. How does this work? Like, is there going to be like a Southwest coin for the southwestern states and a Southeast coin? Who the hell knows, man? Because remember they did that whole breakup of the telephone companies to something similar to that. So who knows? Like the way people think with the government and whatnot, those people are off the rails anyway. So it wouldn't surprise me if something like they're talking about is about to happen.
And if anybody wants to pay me off because of my thoughts on the government, you can pay me in any sort of crypto.
Yeah, there you go. Doge. There you go. Like every man has his price, and here's my crypto wallet. Right
exactly.
Right on. Good stuff. What else you got for us today, my man?
Doge, and I'll walk away.
Yeah, totally.
I think that's it. It's just kind of a thought-provoking subject, I guess.
Hey, if
it's so new and so unknown.
Exactly. Yeah. Did you catch the show we did on not too long ago regarding the cryptocurrency with Satoshi Nakamoto and the rest of that?
I don't think I did.
Okay.
I've missed the last couple shows, unfortunately.
That's cool. So check that out if you're into it, because we did an entire 3 hours on cryptocurrency and the conspiracies revolving around that stuff. So sounds like it's right down your alley.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think I'll go ahead and get that listen tomorrow at work.
Right on. Sounds good. You're the best, my friend. Thank you for the phone call. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.
Of course. Sounds good.
Thanks a lot, bro. There you go. That's Andrew in Montana, and thank you very much for the phone call. 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. We'll put you on the show. Easy as that. Let's go to this. This is from science.org. Yeah, new dangers. It says computers uncover 100,000 novel viruses in old genetic data. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is fine. It just took one virus to cripple the world's economy and kill millions of people. Yet, it's millions of people now. Yet, virologists estimate that trillions of still unknown viruses exist, many of which might be lethal or have the potential to spark the next pandemic. Now, they have a new and very long list of possible suspects to interrogate. By sifting through unprecedented amounts of existing genomic data, scientists have uncovered more than 100,000 novel viruses, including 9 coronaviruses and more than 300 related to the hepatitis Delta virus, which can cause liver failure. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Fantastic. It's a foundational piece of work, says J. Rodney Brister, a bioinformatician, at the National Center for Biotechnology Information. Okay, blah, blah. Good enough. What's going on, guys? Hope everybody troubled coin. We got troubled coin coming up. Get your troubled coin and the crazy part about that, what you're discussing, is it's very possible. I think within a month we could probably have a troubled coin up and running. It's ridiculous what the world is turning into. So anyway, we're still talking about untraceable. 5.690 million deaths according to Worldometer. Okay, all right. Thank you, Often Frozen. Appreciate that. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's. Jeez. So 100,000 novel viruses and old genetic data. That's a little bit creepy, and that we've been talking about that for a very long time as well, because we've seen some of this stuff. They dig out of the permafrost in Siberia, and sure as shit, there are novel viruses in the in just chilling. They've got old. They even found like old human remains that have like these viruses in them that are kind of frozen into the old bodies, right? The corpses of these, permafrost type stuff. It's pretty wild, but I don't know. This is one of those ones that it doesn't surprise me, and this is this is the way the world works. Yeah, not just one virus, two virus, 3 virus, 4. and well, here we are. Now they're like, once you can count to 10, if you can count to 100,000, well, they've got viruses for you, and that's what's going on. So I don't know. That's what's happening with this, and it's exactly pretty wild. Let's see, what else do they got? To sift through the reams of data, Babian and Taylor, the two scientists here, devised a set of computer tools specialized for searching cloud-based data. With the help of several bioinformaticians, that's such a dirty word. It just screams, yeah, we're professionals that cook the books. Anyway, some who became dedicated collaborators, they tweaked their software to make their analysis way faster than anyone thought possible, recalls Babian, who is now at the University of Cambridge. They soon expanded their viral hunt beyond coronaviruses and looked at all the data in the cloud. Babian and colleagues performed their search by hunting for matches to the central core of the gene for RNA-dependent RNA polymerase, I don't know, which is key to the replication of all RNA viruses. Such viruses include not only coronaviruses, but also those that cause flu, polio, measles, and hepatitis. And like I said, if you can count to what's going on, guys? The maybe coin. All right, we're voting for what Troubled Minds coin is. Is happening. Okay, so if you want to be part of the show, 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link at troubleminds.org. We'll put you on the show. Easy peasy is that. Let's continue, shall we? Let's go to this. Science Alert has this. Birds use Earth's magnetic field for stop signs when they migrate. Yes, now we're in business here. Thanks to a combination of sensing the Earth's magnetic field through vision and an inbuilt compass that allows them to orient themselves according to magnetic intensity, migratory birds don't have much trouble finding their way. These biological gadgets, known as magnetoreception, yes, that sounds like something from the X-Men, doesn't it? Allow birds to not only know which direction to head in on their first outbound migration, but to know how to return to their nesting sites with extreme accuracy, often within meters of their original natal site. To figure out how birds know when to stop, scientists investigated if birds may also be using cues from the Earth's magnetic field to locate their breeding sites more accurately. The cues could be the magnetic inclination, the dip angle between Earth's magnetic field and the Earth's surface on the magnetic intensity, the overall strength of Earth's magnetic field. Earlier research suggested similar ideas as a means for birds to return to their desired flight paths if an extreme weather event had sent them off course. The new study used data from 17,799 ringing recoveries marked birds from 1940 to 2018 to investigate if and how the Eurasian reed warbler, that's pretty awesome, a trans-Saharan migratory songbird, used magnetic information to return to its nesting site. If these birds actually used cues from Earth's magnetic field to locate their original breeding site, then the researchers reasoned that yearly variations in Earth's magnetic field should be reflected in gradual positional changes of the bird's nesting areas. And, well, quote, because Earth's magnetic field shifts slightly year by year, the magnetic parameter values characteristic of an individual's natal or breeding site will exist in a different location the following year, the authors explain. Hence, if birds use magnetic parameters to determine the location of their natal or breeding site, we would expect that positional changes between years would reflect year-on-year changes in the location of specific magnetic parameters. Findings from the study point to a magnetic inclination as the primary magnetic cue for birds when relocating their breeding site, and with specific inclination parameters signaling as a sort of stop sign. So yeah, it looks like this is a real thing, and here's your sixth sense, right? Exactly. What's up, Beechwood? True navigation and humans have it, right? I think that's the thing. Weirdness to this that this is the sixth sense that we don't think we have. We don't know we have. Tax coin. What's up, Devious? Oh boy. Taxes suck. Coin. I don't know. 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link. We'll put you on the show. Easy as that. Where are we at time-wise? I think everything's good. All right, let's squeeze in one more and finish this up. And here we go. Another day. Oh, yeah, but birds don't exist. That's true. That's very true. Birds don't exist. In a post-truth world, birds just don't exist. There we go. We've got, this is from bleepingcomputer.com. And like I said, another day, another hack. Over 20,000 data center management systems exposed to hackers. Researchers have found over 20,000 instances of publicly exposed data center infrastructure management software that monitor devices, HVAC control systems, and power distribution units, which could be used for a range of catastrophic attacks. HVAC, power distribution, just energy and climate control. No problem here, right? This should be fine. This should totally be fine. Data centers house costly systems that support business storage solutions, operational systems, website hosting, data processing, and more. And yep, of course, investigators at Cybele have found that over 20,000 instances of publicly exposed DCIM systems, including thermal and cooling management dashboards, humidity controllers, UPS controllers, rack monitors, and transfer switches. And additionally, the analysts were able to extract passwords from dashboards when they were used to assess actual database instances stored on a data center. And here you go. They blurred this stuff out because, well, they don't want you to mess this stuff up. But in any case, like I said, another day, another hack. I see you guys in the chat. What's up? Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here with us today. And I don't know. I got no answers here. You know me. I am not the answers guy. I'm the questions guy. And this is Troubled Minds News, and I'm your host, Michael Strange. And we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. More Troubled Minds News when we come back. All right, welcome back to Troubled Minds News. Iced coffee is so good. And let us continue, shall we? 702-957-1037 if you want to be part of the show. Click the Discord link at troubledminds.org, and we'll put you on. Easy as that. This is an interesting thing. Reminds me a little bit of the tree that owns itself. What's up, Robert? Pretty good story he wrote there in his book, Stories from a Fractured Mind, the Robert Collection. Just got done reading it. Pretty good stuff. But this is not the tree that owns itself. These are the moon trees, if you remember the moon trees. This is from the Atlantic. We almost forgot about the moon trees. A collection of tree seeds that went round and round the moon was scattered far and wide back home. And there you go. There's a moon tree. If you guys didn't know this, the American moon missions more than 50 years later are each memorable in their own way. Apollo 11, of course, is known for being the very first time human beings set foot on the moon. Apollo 12 for being a little rowdier. Apollo 13 for nearly ending in disaster. Apollo 14, the third of 6 moon landings, is known, as I recently discovered, for its moon trees. It's known for, so Apollo 14 for the moon trees. Stuart Roosa, one of the Apollo 14 astronauts, took a small canvas bag of tree seeds with him on the journey. While his fellow astronauts walked on the lunar surface, Roosa and the seeds flew round and round the moon until the crew was ready to come back. A few years after the astronauts returned home, some of the seeds, sycamores, redwoods, pines, firs, and sweet gums, were planted across the United States to see how they would grow, or simply to keep a piece of moon history close by. And wouldn't you know it, they grew. So here we go. Learned about the existence of moon trees earlier this month while thinking about the anniversary of Apollo 14. This is straight from the article, which launched on this day in 1971. My tired pandemic brain had thought this was the mission's 50th anniversary, but turns out we're living in 2022. Yep, no kidding. I read online that one moon tree, a loblolly pine, had been planted by the White House within walking distance of my apartment in Washington, D.C. And then I noted an asterisk next to the tree's name and scrolled down to discover an asterisk denotes a tree that is no longer alive. Oh, that's a shame. But anyway, apparently there's a database of this stuff, and the trees planted mostly in 1976 took root just fine on Earth. Some of the moon seeds were planted next to seeds that had never traveled to space to see whether they develop any differently. The most surprising result, Williams told me, occurred when the two seeds grew into two completely different species, a result of the gardening mix-up, of course, not the weird effects of the microgravity. NASA didn't undertake any serious study of the moon trees. The effort was more a PR stunt, Williams said, than a science experiment. And there you go. So there are actual moon trees out there, and pretty good stuff. What that means, other than this is a fun oddity, not sure. Everything doesn't have to mean something, does it? Yeah, all right. Maybe not. Let's go do SciTech Daily, and here you go. More links in the chat for you. This one's pretty wild. Monumental project underway to sequence the genome of every complex species on Earth. Oh, you don't say. The Earth Biogenome Project, a global consortium that aims to sequence the genomes of all complex life on Earth, some 1.8 million described species, in 10 years, is ramping up. The project's origins, aims, and progress are detailed in 2 multi-author papers published on January 18th, 2022. Once complete, it will forever change the way biological research is done. Specifically, researchers will no longer be limited to a few model species and will be able to mine the DNA sequence database of any organism that shows interesting characteristics. This new information will help us understand how complex life evolved, how it functions, and how biodiversity can be protected. The project was first proposed in 2016, and this person writing the article by the name of, who is this, Jenny Graves at La Trobe University, was privileged to speak at its launch in London in 2018. It is currently in the process of moving from its startup phase to full-scale production. The aim of phase 1 is to sequence one genome from every taxonomic family on Earth. Taxonomic? I don't know. That'll work. Some 9,400 of them by the end of 2022. 1/3 of these species should be done. Phase 2 will be the sequencing of a representative from all 180,000 genera, and phase 3 will mark the completion of all species. And this is pretty good stuff. I mean, this is what we should be doing, right? I find it interesting that they say all interesting characteristics right there. And well, who defines the interesting characteristic, right? The same scientific models that call things junk DNA. Yeah, I hate that term. 702-957-1037. We'll put you on the show. And yeah, yeah, exactly. No, officer, this is a moon tree, not weed. I promise, right? Exactly. Okay, what else do we got? Where are we at time-wise? Everything looks good. Everything's fine. We're all fine here now. All right, so this is a weird one, right? There's a lot of talk about this whole idea of what would you call it? Depopulation. All right, the Georgia Guidestones and the Wuhan lab leak theory and all kinds of stuff regarding something known as depopulation. All right, and if you say it, you sound like an absolute crazy nutter butter conspiracy theorist, right? Those dirty conspiracy theorists. But there's a crazy part to this in that, the Telegraph has just acknowledged that, Houston, we may have a problem. This is from a couple days ago, and the depopulation time bomb facing the West is about to explode. Like, oh, I thought this was just a conspiracy theory. I mean, birth rates declining and right, all kinds of other weird stuff. This it's a conspiracy, right? Well, let's see what they have to say. Deaths are set to outstrip births as soon as 2025, and new policies will soon be needed to cope with an aging population. Oh, new policies. Oh, always talking about new policies. Here we go. Elon Musk's quest to make humanity a multi-planet species has a hitch. The SpaceX boss hopes to have people landing on Mars within 5 years as part of his vision for a futuristic Noah's Ark. But Musk fears his plan to colonize the red planet will fail to take off if Earth cannot even sustain its own population. Quote, "We should be much more worried about population collapse," warned Musk in a series of tweets last week, calling the UN's more sanguine projects utter nonsense. If there aren't enough people for Earth, then there definitely won't be enough for Mars. And that's the damn truth, isn't it? Once a problem far in the future, the population crisis is arriving earlier than expected after the COVID baby bust. Oh, there's a COVID baby bust, you say? That's interesting. Anyway, populations in countries including Japan are already in decline, with those in the likes of Spain, South Korea, and China are set to halve by 2100. Yeah, half by 2100. Spain, South Korea, and China, they say. But for some, including Sir David Attenborough, the big population bust should not be feared. Oh, I see. The Nature broadcaster has called for the global population to be brought under control in order to maintain living standards, calling humanity a plague on Earth. It says it right there. I'm not making this up. I'm not making it up. It says it right there. Sir David Attenborough calls humanity a plague on Earth. And this is the stuff I'm talking about. This is a little bit morbid because we are actually seeing some people calling for stuff like this. For, we're doing too much damage to the planet, and the only way to stop this is to just, do away with people. do away with people. This is the Thanos plan, right? This is the Thanos plan. You get the Infinity Gems, put them in the glove, you snap your fingers, and boom, the world and the universe is a better place. Well, but then there's also a lot of dead people, right? In any case, let's go. There's more here. So Sir David Attenborough says humanity is a plague on Earth. Okay, there's more. This gets wild because, of course, this is the real world we live in. What is certain is that many countries will be facing a population crisis this decade. It is an issue that is slowly gaining prominence and climbing up the political agenda. Oh, I see. Quote, this is genuinely a time bomb, says Tory MP Damian Green, former Work and Pension Secretary and head of the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Longevity. That doesn't sound like a panel, does it? You know what I'm saying? That totally doesn't sound like that, does it? Anyway, quote, we have taken some steps in government over the years, but nothing like enough. Increasing the pension age is a rational response to the fact that we all live longer, but how do we do it if we are going to live decades longer than before? How do we stop that becoming a burden? You see that? A burden. So at some point, ladies and gentlemen, once you get past a particular age, the politicians have deemed, let's say, non-burden, and you become a burden. Yeah, this is a conspiracy, by the way, guys. This is none of this stuff is real, except, well, when it is. And remember, this is a piece by the Telegraph, and they're talking about the depopulation time bomb facing the West. Weird, right? In any case, let's read a little bit more about this. A shrinking and most importantly, aging population will present big economic challenges, from funding and manning stretched health services to readapting housing and coping with a smaller workforce to tax. Oh, taxes! Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Aging populations risk draining resources as experts warn of a 100-year life cycle on the horizon. While these same population forces are taking hold across the world, individual countries are at different stages. Japan and Russia are already suffering record declines, while many African countries are enjoying rapid growth. Yeah, right? The UN expects the global population to peak around 2100, but other experts and Musk believe it is far too optimistic. One startling scenario predicts the top to be in 2064, which of course means stop it, devious, stop. Which means, of course, that if that's the case, after 2064, the world will be on a population decline. And how fast that stuff happens? Probably faster than you can shake a stick at. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that works, but I'm gonna roll with it anyway. Very, very, very fast. And I don't know. This is one of those things. Like I said, is it a situation where this is real, or is this just an imagined conspiracy? What do you guys think? As you know, taking your phone calls, 702-957-1037. Excuse me for just a sec. And we'll put you on the show. Easy as that. And there it is. So I don't know. I think that I'm split on this one in that there's a lot of this. What's up, Prime Auto? Thanks for the subscription there on Twitch. Appreciate that. There's a part of this that makes me wonder if, right, like this is some part of some sort of bigger plan, right? If this is exactly what we're trying to do here, and these politicians are. What would you say? Are I don't know. They're saying this is going to be a problem, right? We have too many people, not enough people paying taxes. So, right, then you roll out the panels and you start to decide. Unfortunately, through spreadsheets and cold logic, who makes the cut, right? And what does that mean? That means that again, people. Literally depending on governments to protect them and take care of them, right? So think about how cruel this is. You've done your deed, right? You've lived most of your life. You've lived a good long life. Finally succeeded in something, right? You've retired and you've paid taxes into a system your entire life, and then you get to the point where they're like, well, sorry, we got a shortfall, and so we're cutting you off. You're like, wait, like I paid my share. What's going on, right? Like, this is not my problem. This is your problem. And the government's like, nah, we disagree. This is your problem. Congratulations. You are now part of the the burden on society. And we decide that, not you. And sorry, we have budgets and shortfalls and all these things to consider. And you, my friend, are no longer part of the society we need for a sustainable future. You see what I mean? And like I said, roll in the panels. And I'm not going to say the first part of it, but you know what I'm thinking. Roll in the panels. And this is the whole point of this, and why again, so is this a conspiracy or is this not a conspiracy? And that's the question. Is this really happening? It seems statistically it's happening. And again, COVID is another one of those things that's kind of added to the dramatic decline here. But well, I don't know. You tell me. I don't have answers, but I think it is a curious thing to consider in that whatever happens here. So you tell me. Let's 702-957-1037. I'll put you on the show. Troubledminds.org. And we're running a little late today because I passed out on the couch. And that's what's going on. What's up, Brian After Dark? They're going to turn us into Soylent Green. Soylent Green is people. Soylent Green is people. Exactly, right? And it seems like that movie, it doesn't seem to be too far off, does it? There's your sustainable future. Here's your mealworms in your tiny home. Congratulations. You've made it until we determine you don't even deserve that anymore. Yep. Let's continue, shall we? There's more. As always, we got Elon Musk always in the news, driving news cycles, because that's what the man does. The richest dude in the world now. And what's up, James? What's that? I don't know, man. I don't like. No, I'm not going to get gross. I'm not going to get gross. All right. Soylent Green is people is gross enough. Futurism.com. Scientists express concern at Elon Musk's Neuralink brain chip. Of course. Well, no shit. No, you don't really. You don't say, right? And this is the weirdness of this world we live in. Is that that's this. So let's get to this in just a sec, because let's take a quick break and get a word from our sponsor, which is you. This is Troubled Minds News. I'm Michael Strange. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up the two accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us.
All right, let's keep on trucking. Back to this. Futurism.com. Scientists express concern at Elon Musk's Neuralink brain chip. Yep, no shit. Well, let's see. Researchers and scientists spoke to the Daily Beast this week to express horror at Musk's goal of connecting human brains to computers. Ultimately, at the heart of their trepidation is the infusion of big tech into the human mind. Quote, I don't think there is sufficient public discourse on what the big picture implications of this kind of technology becoming available are. Well, that's because you assholes aren't listening to Troubled Minds, because we talk about this shit all the time. Dr. Carola Kreitmar, assistant professor of medical history and bioethics at the University of Wisconsin, told the website. Because guess what? Speaking of public discourse, isn't that what we're doing? Like, that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do. That's what the entire idea of what Troubled Minds always has been, that there's a ton of stuff that needs to be talked about, that needs to be thought about, that needs to be pushed into the zeitgeist as looming issues for a new society, right? For a new society, whatever the hell that means. And we're talking about it. Crying out loud, right? But we're being censored. The algorithms not sending out notifications. Facebook being scummy, and literally a page of 44,000 followers, and you get 10 people showing up for a show. I mean, come on. There's shenanigans going on, and it's because they don't want us talking about this stuff. Because clearly, right, it is opposite of what the agendas happen to be, right? They don't want regular people having a say in this, and that's part of the point. But thanks to Dr. Carola Kreitmar, assistant professor of medical history and bioethics at the University of Wisconsin, for realizing that we need a sufficient public discourse, because damn right, that's exactly what we need. And the problem is we got all this cancel culture and all the rest of this, where if you say one wrong thing, you're doomed, and they remove your ability to eat, and that's that. It's a wrap, right? Good luck. There's China's social credit score, enacted by us. by us, without any government pressure at all, just division politics, hate, and, well, there you go. It's unfortunate. Quote, the quote continues, I worry that there's this uncomfortable marriage between a company that is for profit. Okay. Indeed, the ethics surrounding technology such as the Neuralink is uncharted territory. As such, many are concerned about these products, ostensibly meant to help with those with disabilities, can ultimately be exploited for profit. No shit. And that's the whole point, right? Just like Facebook is supposed to be, it could have been one of those things that really changed humanity for the better. But instead, the profit motive in these greedy bastards, billions aren't enough. They need to squeeze every little bit out of your, Instagram suicide dreams, right? That's what they're doing. And please, no suicide. That was a bad. But point being that if you're having problems with that, there's a suicide hotline. I'll get it and put it up there. I don't want to make light of that because that's a real thing. And my point is that Instagram is purchased by Facebook. And again, we've got these young teen girls with body image issues that are literally having serious problems because of all the perfect people on Instagram, right? But of course, all the perfect people on Instagram are photoshopped and they're not even real. And again, back to the tweets with the Kardashians having a fight with each other. Who cares? But again, in a hyper reality world where we think everybody looks like Kim Kardashian on the internet, well, just go outside and look around. Newsflash, nobody looks like that. Nobody looks like that. In any case, all right. So indeed, the ethics. All right, hold on. I'm going to do this real quick. Hold on. All right, and we're going to do this. We're going to do this just because it's an important thing, and it is a serious thing, and I don't want to make light of this in some sense. So here we go. I'm going to link this in the chat, and I'll link this with the show as well. Here's your suicide prevention hotline.org. And like I said, this is not, I said it kind of in a dark way, and I don't mean it that way because it is a serious thing. It is a serious thing. I'm going to put it up there. 800-273-8255. And if anybody is struggling with this out there, please call. There's 24 hours people waiting to talk and all the rest of that stuff. So just to make sure. All right. It is cover all the bases, and we still are dealing with humans in this, even in this setting, right? Even in again, you can double check with Matt Sal. I met with Matt this past weekend, had a nice dinner with him and his wife Lacey at a nice Mexican restaurant, and they can confirm to you that I am indeed not an android or not an alien. Well, at least not that I didn't slip out of my alien suit or human suit for a little bit. See what I did there. Anyway, so there you go. Suicide prevention hotline. Just want to make sure 1-800-273-8255 if you're struggling with that. So there you go. Let's continue. And this is the whole point about this Neuralink stuff is that clearly what these companies do with these profit motives is they don't give a shit. Like we become the human cattle. The human cattle with data is our milk, right? The data milk that they're milking us from, and then selling this to advertisers, right? So that's the whole point, and that's why this again. So we're looking at these companies now that can't even handle just basics of data manipulation and sort of backdoor type spyware programs. Which I'm talking about Facebook, by the way. I'm not talking about like actual sort of situations with like action, like hacking something. I mean, like the product they put out is spyware. So in any case, now once we link that shit into our head through Neuralink, obviously and clearly, we have a problem, don't we? And we've been talking about this a lot, not a ton, but often enough on Troubled Minds that this in particular, it seems wild. It seems not a good thing. So I don't know. Scientists express concern at Elon Musk's Neuralink brain chip. No shit, Sherlock. And there you go. What's up, Gibby says, a good alibi, exactly what a T-1000 would say. I see you, Mike. What's up? Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? So the hardest part of eating in front of people, it's the simulating eating, and then it gets into the android gut, and then you have to, It's not pretty later, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to fake it out the way you got to fake it out. Let us continue, shall we? There's more. There's always more. Gizmodo.com. Let's go here. This is astrophysicists found 1,000 magnetic Milky Way strands. Uh-oh. Damn it, James. The discovery dramatically increases the number of known galactic filaments. And look at this photograph. This is wild. A spectral image of Milky Way's center. The long vertical streaks are the magnetic filaments. And that seems like some bad modern art, maybe? I don't know. A new mosaic image taken by the Mercat radio telescope of South Africa has revealed nearly 1,000 multi-light year long, there we go, I did it, electron strands at the center of the Milky Way. The strands are huge streaks of cosmic ray particles, though they were discovered nearly 40 years ago. Researchers never knew there were so many. The Meerkat Array is just part of a massive square-kilometer array which studies galactic evolution and cosmic magnetism, among other things. The recent image, comprising 20 separate observations in the radio wavelengths are totaling 144 hours, revealed 10 times more filaments than had been known previously. The team's research is currently hosted on the preprint server ARXIV and has been accepted for publication in the Astrophysical Journal Letters. And there you go. That's exactly, oops, found all these giant cosmic strands. There's nothing weird about this. I'm sure this is fine, right? Again, looks like some bizarre modern art thing, but what are you going to do? I don't know. I don't have the answers. I wish I did. Strands or tentacles. Yeah, exactly, right? Tentacles here? Maybe. In any case, let's go to Tom's Hardware. And I use, as you all know, I'm not a Mac guy. Macs really kind of piss me off because they're just, priced 3 or 4x what a PC is. But anyway, this is from Tom's Hardware, and Microsoft says Windows may need up to 8 hours to update. What? Are you shitting me? And it's tracking your update connectivity. Of course it is. Windows computers need at least 8 hours of online time to obtain and install the latest operating system updates successfully. This information comes via post on the Microsoft IT Pro blog by David Geyer, Program Manager for Windows Updates and Endpoint Manager at Microsoft. Another revelation in the post is that Microsoft tracks how long PCs are connected to Windows Update, calling this statistics update connectivity. Spyware is what I call it. The data is available to IT managers in the Intune app, a component of the Endpoint Management Suite. In any case, yeah, that seems like a long-ass time for an update. But, well, oops. Let's play this again. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you go a little longer than an hour. Your thing runs out, and you didn't loop it. There we go. All right. Anyway, so that's what's up. 8 hours. I don't know. This is kind of BS if you ask me. Get your shit together, Microsoft. Get your shit together. All right. Let's go to this is the next web, and there you go. Speaking of Neuralink and the what the future may bring, this is the 4 biggest science breakthroughs that Gen Z could live to see. Well, and it says we could all use a little optimism. Oh, that's so cute. All right, let's just go straight down to it. Medical nanobots. Oh, this could very well be the most important technological breakthrough in human history. Oh, the premise is simple: tiny machines that function at the cellular level, capable of performing tissue repairs, destroying intruders, and delivering targeted nano medications. And this wouldn't necessarily mean filling your bloodstream with trillions of microscopic hunks of metal and silicon. There's plenty of reason to believe scientists could take today's biological robots and turn them into artificial intelligence agents capable of executing code functions inside our bodies. All right, I'm going to read that again slowly. Notice the choice of language. There's plenty of reason to believe scientists could take today's biological robots and turn them into artificial intelligence agents capable of executing code functions inside our bodies. Love it. Imagine an AI swarm controlled by a bespoke neural network attached to our brain-computer interfaces with the sole purpose of optimizing our biological functions. We might not be able to solve immortality by 2100, but medical nanobots could go a long way towards bridging the gap. All right, here's another one. Fusion power and quantum optimization. Okay, that's less exciting, so let's just skip that because brevity. Warp drives. Additionally, warp drives are a glamour technology. Technically speaking, with Mars so nearby, we don't really have to travel beyond our own solar system. Okay, cool. And then the metaverse. All right, so you're telling me, okay, because we all need a little optimism, the things we have to look forward to are nanobots, medical nanobots, fusion power and quantum optimization, and warp drives. But then also the fourth one is the metaverse. All right, let's see what they have to say here. It says, don't laugh. It's understandable if you don't think the metaverse belongs on this list. I'm laughing. After all, it's just a bunch of cartoon avatars and bad graphics that you need a VR headset for, right? It says, but the metaverse of 2100 will be something different entirely. In 2022, Spotify tries to figure out what song you want to hear based on the music you listened to in the past. In 2100, your brain-embedded AI assistant will know what song you want to hear because it has a direct connection to the area of your mind that processes sound, memory, and emotion. The ideal metaverse would be a bespoke environment that's only indistinguishable. What the hell is that word? Bespoke. I used it twice in this article now. Anyway, I'll have to look that up. Anybody know what that means? I don't even know what that means. I thought that was Jimmy Church's radio network. Anyway, I don't know. I've never seen that word in a context like this, so I don't know if they're misusing it or I'm just an idiot. Anyway, let's see. This environment is only indistinguishable from reality in its utopianism. In other words, you'll only know it's fake because you can control the metaverse. When it's obvious that jacking into the matrix could pose a multitude of risks, the ability to take a vacation from reality could have positive implications ranging from treating depression to giving people with extremely low quality of life a reason to want to continue living. There you go. There you go. The ultimate freedom is choosing your own reality, and it's a safe bet that whoever owns the server it runs on is going to be in charge of the future. Oh, that sounds like a reason for hope, doesn't it? Use a little optimism in our lives. Geez. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna look this up. All right. Bespoke, custom made, said especially of clothes, making or selling custom made clothes, a bespoke tailor, individually or custom made. Is that right? It sounds like they used that word improperly. Anyway, it seemed out of place to me. Let's continue, shall we? Estranged. What's up? What's going on, guys? I hope everybody's... There you go. Derek's got it right. Screw it, Jack B. I got nothing going on. Yeah, exactly. Well, what's up, Jay? Jay in New York. How are you, my friend? Well, hello. We've got this. The Guardian. Yep, this is pretty wild. Dreamwork, the new creativity hack Hollywood stars swear by. All right. Now, this is a little bit wild because, let's see. The new okay, so I'm thinking about my own dreams and what films I'd make from them. Okay, what exactly is Dreamwork? It, quote, offers access to the rich and undiscovered content of the unconscious, allowing artists of all disciplines to create more authentic work, apparently. And what else is it about? Let's see. They use artwork and exercises to bring their material to the topside world and invite it into expression. The practice cultivates unique and authentic creativity, acceptance, permission, and presence. This is another question. Is it a load of hippy-dippy new age nonsense? Which, well, yeah, exactly. I smell a show, right? Dreamwork, exactly. Campion obviously doesn't think so. Or Sandra Oh, who thanked Gillingham on stage when collecting an award for Killing Eve. Bill Pullman and Benedict Cumberbatch have also worked with her. Cumberbatch called her an amazing woman. There are other practitioners of Dreamwork as well. Kirsten Dunst has used one. Anyway, new creativity hack known as Dreamwork, inviting the creativity of your subconscious to the surface. Oh, shit. All right. One more time, National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255. Again, like I said, I make some morbid jokes here and there, but I just want to make sure that it is a real thing, and there are people out there suffering from it, and I do take it seriously, so I don't want to be that guy. So there you go. We're done. So the thing is, tonight we've got a show with Rohan. The mighty Rohan is going to be on the show tonight. I think we got an actual maybe a Derek sighting this evening, and we're going to be talking about Uri Geller and his alien invasion. And is this guy a quack? Is this guy real? There's some interesting stuff about this individual, and he's back in the news. So we'll talk about that and all kinds of crazy stuff. And there we go. So as we finish, this is fantastic. Thanks again for bearing with me today, because I'm a knucklehead and a little bit late, but what can you do? Nobody's perfect, and there it is. So what we're doing is finishing up Troubled Minds News, and let's smash the button. And I want to thank everybody who's subbed up to the channel, everybody who's supported the show via Rockfin, tips and subscriptions. I want to again thank everybody for subbing up to the Patreon. We had a couple new patrons this past week here. Thank you so much for being part of this show and just the community and the experience. And like I said, most importantly, just spending your time and energy is the best way to support the show. And I appreciate you all very much. Thanks for all the thoughtful chat. If you want to help, just spread the word. If you want to help and don't want to throw money this way, that's totally cool. Not necessary to spend money at all. The podcast feed has ads baked in. If you listen to the old episodes, it sends a few cents my way each time you do that. So there are plenty of ways to help if you want to help the show. Spread the word. Spread the word that there are conversations happening that need to happen, and without borders, without limits, and just at the limits of our imagination, and that's what this is always about. So again, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of this whole Troubled Minds community. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. We'll be back tonight in about 2.5 hours now, 2 hours and 16 minutes, because I'm late, something like that. And we'll be doing Uri Geller, the alien invasion, and is this guy real? The original spoonbender. So if you're looking forward to that, we'll see you then. 7 p.m. Pacific, Troubled Minds Radio coming up. And as for right now, this is Troubled Minds News. I'm Michael Strange. Thanks for being here. You guys are the best. Happy Monday. We'll see you in a couple hours. Be right back.